Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen Basilisk Fight Edition. Last time, obviously, stuff happened, and I'll remind everyone what happened last time, but before we get into that, let's have our players, as usual, introduce themselves and their characters. The dice say that we should go in reverse alphabetical order, meaning we should start with Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell. I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy. He recently tried to ambush a basilisk, but stepped on a twig or something, and now we're all doomed.
Was it you or was it someone else? I don't remember who it was.
I think it was Anghel. I don't know. I think it was.
My instinct says that it was Muninn, but I'm not sure.
I think Muninn took too long to get ready or something.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, that was it. Well, doesn't particularly matter. It's the sound came from like your guys' general direction. Okay, thank you very much, Show&Tell. And speaking of another possible culprit, I guess, Deli, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Deli, and as usual, I'm playing as Muninn. They are a traveling scholar, obsessed with books and knowledge, and possibly the reason the basilisk in this fight has an advantage. They took too long to get ready, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, let's say advantage. I guess that's the best term. Okay, thank you very much, Deli. And next we have the person that's like in the front line and the one the basilisk like stumbled upon, Ashen. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Ash. I'm playing Illona, and she just won a drinking competition and stumbled straight into a basilisk. So we'll see how this goes.
We will see indeed. Thank you very much, Ashen. So, last time, you guys finished up your drinking contest with Always Thirsty. Illona won. Not in a very fair manner, but she did anyway. Meaning that Always Thirsty believes she is now princess. I guess prince can be gender neutral, charming, and has sworn to follow her around, meaning that the prophecy has been altered and who knows if the dragon will be defeated. But that's more in the very, very long term, probably like season 5 stuff. I don't know at this point. But he has agreed to follow you guys, well, specifically Illona. He considers Anghel and Muninn to be like fans or like hangers-on or whatever. And when you guys decided to continue on the trail of the basilisk, you saw a group of soldiers approaching from the north, caramel soldiers to be specific, who had along with them several prisoners of war. You guys managed to sneak your way past them without being noticed. It was touch and go at several points because Muninn almost lost their books, but you guys managed to carry on with all of your supplies intact. You carried on the way to the basilisk as it also started raining. I guess it created a proper scene for a showdown, I guess, this tense situation rain. Because you know, anime rules, if there's a tense situation, there's wind and there's rain. But as you went on your way, you saw like a place in the field that like the trail was leading straight there, and that place in the field was like there were a bunch of crows circling around there, like there was like a dead body or whatever there. And you also heard the basilisk in that direction. Now, as you guys were approaching, and as we briefly like alluded to in the introductions, one of you, I don't remember which, and like I guess there's no real point in casting blame, made a noise, which like scared the crows and attracted the attention of the basilisk. And instead of like scattering or like preparing an ambush or whatever, Muninn decided to, okay, I'm gonna hype myself up. I rolled dice to see how the basilisk would react. The dice unfortunately said the basilisk was gonna investigate. So the last thing we left off was the basilisk stumbling on you guys and attacking Illona specifically, because Illona is in the front. So as I turn on the background music, I also have a little bit of I guess it's not really a surprise, but I hope you guys will be surprised. Namely, give me a second, because Roll20 can be a little bit laggy, and I will tell you right now, this will be slightly buggy, but I hope you'll indulge me.
What's happening? Wow.
What is happening?
I have taken you guys over to a special map for this encounter.
Ooh.
Very
I like
nice.
this.
So, as you guys can see, you can't see the entire map. You only see what your character sees.
Oh.
And you guys have full control over your tokens that you can move around on your turns. Now, there's a couple of caveats, unfortunately. Since Roll20, the system we're using is a buggy mess sometimes, it created like walls obstructing vision where there shouldn't be. Like, say, let me ping, like over here, it created a wall obstructing vision even though there's nothing there to obstruct vision. So there are a couple of those throughout the map, which I have to apologize for. But I hope the sort of encounter experience will be worthwhile instead. So,
This is awesome.
for your turns, you guys can move 2 squares plus your quick, which means 5 squares for Illona, 4 for Muninn, 3 for Anghel, and 4 always thirsty. So 2 squares plus your quick. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you guys decide to move through what in classic Dungeons and Dragons terms would be called difficult terrain, like bushes or water, that would count as double movement. So 2 squares instead of, it would consume 2 squares instead of 1 of your movement. Make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. So the initiative order at this point is the Basilisk, because it got the jump on you guys. Then Illona, Muninn, then Anghel, and then always thirsty. And then back to the Basilisk and so on and so forth. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess starting with the Basilisk, as it jumped you guys, well, it's gonna do its thing and look deep into Illona's eyes and try to turn her to stone. How does Illona defend herself?
We have the shields, right?
Yeah, technically you do.
Well, Illona would just break the eye contact with the shield, and yeah, that's how I defend.
Sounds careful, quick, or forceful. I leave it up to you. Although it got an 11, which is an absurdly good roll.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, I noticed
Oh,
that.
God.
I was like, oh my god.
Did you say I could take clever?
Careful, quick, or forceful. I guess clever also works, but it's up to you.
Well, if I can take clever, I will take clever.
Sure. So how do you take 8 points of damage?
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm so sorry.
Can I use like Basilisk Kebab, one of those?
Sure, definitely.
But that doesn't really make a difference, does it?
Well, also that the Basilisk Kebab is related to the stakes you guys fashioned, not so much the shield. So I'd ask you to explain how the stakes would help you.
I don't know. That would like cost me to take a 6 consequence instead of like 6 plus 2 stress.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. My bad. I made an oopsie. But carry on while I fix it.
It's like I will still have to take my.
Yeah, I feel like if you wanted to add +2, you'd still be taking quite a lot of damage. But then, I mean, I don't think it's like not worth it, if you know what I mean. Like that's what those advantages are there for.
Right. In that case, yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say if you can somehow think of not a stunt, what are they called? Let me double check.
Aspect,
yeah. If you can think of an aspect that you could use, maybe. But then that's up to you.
For myself.
Yeah, but then like one of your aspects. But then the easiest thing would be to use one of the advantages that we have because you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, but maybe like Master of Escape. I could take that one. Yeah, me do.
So, what are you doing to try to mitigate the damage?
I use a fate point and take Master of Escape.
And you're using that to reroll or to give yourself +2?
+2.
Okay, so that would mean 6 points of damage.
And as many stress of them as I can get.
Well, if you are able to, you can't. You have to take like stress and consequence, if that makes sense.
But I don't remember. I still have my broken face, right?
Yeah, you're level 6. Yeah.
Okay, so then I take probably
level 4 consequence and 2 stress.
Yeah.
Okay. This is fairly constrictive in terms of space, but I think we can manage. So your level 4 consequence will be stony flesh. Like you see patches of your skin start turning to stone. Surface level at the moment, like it's stuff that can go away, but you're in grave danger at the moment.
That sounds painful.
Jesus.
It surprisingly isn't. It just feels like that's part of your skin goes stiff, and it'll probably become painful in time as like blood circulation gets hampered and like it gets worse, but for the moment it's just surface level.
All right.
So that was the Basilisk's attack, and for its movement it's gonna dart back into the bushes and go somewhere. Illona's turn.
And we don't know where it is now.
If your character can see it, then you would know where it is, but if your character cannot see it, you would not know where it is.
Oh, so we all have different... Oh, interesting, okay. So we can all see different things.
Theoretically, at least, that's the way I set it up. I don't know if it actually works, though.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Okay, fair enough. So, like, for example, I can't see it, but then someone else probably could.
At the moment, nobody should be able to see it.
Oh, okay. That's cool, I like that.
I will say, at the start of your turns, you guys can also... This is a free action. Roll carefuls to try to determine where it went.
Ooh.
All of us, did you say?
At the start of your respective turns.
Oh, right, okay.
Illona, you saw it like dart back into the bushes. It probably went... it's probably like around here or here. Like I'm pinging the map, or maybe even here. Like it's in one of those like northwestern directions.
I feel like I should take it a bit easy, but can I like move over here, maybe?
If you, this applies to everyone. I should have asked. I should have said this. do move one space at a time so that I can tell you, oh, that's difficult terrain. You have to take two to move. Okay.
Okay. So here.
That's one. You can you can keep moving if you'd like. You have 5 movement in total. That's since you move through bushes, that would be 2. So you spend 3.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You see what you see. You still have the rest of your turn available to you. Like you still have 2 movement plus your action.
Like I still don't see the thing, so I don't know really where to go. You said I have 2 more, right?
Mm-hmm. But if you move, like, for example, to the water in your right, that's double movement. The water is just like puddles from the rain. That's like made the train really, really soggy.
How do you ping again?
Hold down the left mouse button.
Okay. Can I go there?
Yep, that would be 1 movement.
Okay.
You still have 1 movement remaining.
Like the thing is, I don't see much at all. Like I don't see the ones next to me.
It is like supposed to be like you guys are in thick tall grass. It is intentionally difficult to spot where you're going.
Can I go here?
Yep, that would be not double movement, just your regular thing. And yeah, that's an example of an invisible wall where it shouldn't be, by the way.
All right.
Okay, you still have your action.
I'll try to look for it closely if I can.
Sure. I can take that as like a careful to roll an advantage to make it easier for you or others to find it.
Yeah. Okay, careful, you said.
Yep. You create your advantage. Do you have a name for it?
I spy.
I spy. Okay. That was your turn. Munin's turn. You see Ashen, like, this thing pop up, like, glare at Ashen and, like, snarl at her, and then run away. Ashen chases after it, like, without not Ashen, Illona, fuck, not Ashen. Illona chases after it without, like, saying a word, and always first yells, "You can do it, Prince Charming!" But makes no motion to follow.
I think... I don't know if this will take up my whole turn, but I feel like Muninn would probably... My first thought is that I'd run after Illona, but then I don't know if that would be Munin's first thought.
You have four movement, by the way.
4, okay. Could Muninn move twice and then...
Yeah, I think that above board, I'm not sure if this is what you meant, but I'm willing to say that, like, instead of taking an action, you can double move. So, like, instead of 4 movement, you'd have 8, for instance.
Oh,
that's interesting.
I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but you can do that.
It wasn't, but that is pretty interesting. I was going to suggest maybe Muninn would... I feel like it's not in their character to just completely run after, like, run off into danger. So maybe Muninn would take steps towards where Illona ran off to, but then try and, like, see if they can see, like, where the basilisk is with their eyes, like, because their eyes are, like, supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, you can, like, perform your action mid-movement and then have movement remaining, yeah.
Okay.
And also the careful check, yeah.
Okay.
So, feel free to move. Again, do it one space at a time.
So like that, for example.
You have 3 movement remaining.
Okay. That is so interesting how, like, it's like live. I don't know if the audience or whatever can see this, but it's like updating live, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, the audience does like see your like what you guys see. You have 2 movement remaining.
Okay, I'll do one more movement. I feel like this. I don't know. And then could I?
You have
and
one,
then could.
you have 1 movement remaining. The issue is that like it would be difficult to spot like with your eyes because it's bushes and tall grass in front of you. Like Illona darted into some bushes.
Okay. I'm not sure what. So it would be difficult, but I can try.
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to try in that case
Then give
because
me
I feel like
careful.
it.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I feel like that would be best in Munin's character, if you know what I mean.
With that roll, I would say you probably don't spot the basilisk exactly, but you do spot the like trail it left because it's this like awkward lumbering creature. It like left a trail through the bushes, and you can tell it went to the northwest.
Oh, okay. And obviously the north is the top of the map, so
Yep. West is left, so upper left, more like northwest than northwest.
okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So that's good. I feel like Muninn took the right steps towards where they need to go in that case to get to the basilisk.
You have 1 movement remaining as well as your action.
I feel like so 1 more movement remaining. I'll go here.
Yep. You are currently in the middle of the foliage at this point, out of movement.
Okay. As far as my action, could Muninn shout towards Illona, but like as not really for Illona, but more for the basilisk to be like
Taunting it, like you trying to get its attention.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Sounds like trying to create a flashy advantage.
Yeah, that sounds good. I will roll flashy.
You create that advantage. Do you have a name for it?
Taunted, maybe.
Sure. So who's the designated healer? And also, what do you yell out of curiosity?
What out of curiosity, sorry?
What does Muninn yell?
Something generic like hey or something. I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't say anything specific.
And per your advantage, you do hear a in reply.
Okay.
coming from the northwest. That was your turn. Anghel's turn. Anghel has free movement from because he's not particularly quick.
Yeah. First, I can do the careful, or it has to.
You can do it at any point you'd like.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess, like, I can kind of see. I think I see a token. The Onids, maybe.
If it has a blue outline, it's Muninn or Illona.
So maybe in that direction. So basically, where Always Thirsty is?
Yep. Do you like move over his space?
Can I, or do I need to go around him?
You can, because he counts as an ally. You can move over his space.
Okay.
Do remember to make your movement one at a time. So yeah, that's one movement.
Sorry.
That's one movement, and he has watch it.
Okay. Sorry.
You can do it, my prince.
whatever.
He like makes no motion of like attempting to follow you guys.
Okay, very nice.
You have 2 movement remaining.
Okay. So I guess I'll go here, like forward.
Yep. 1 movement remaining. Again, an example of an awkward invisible wall.
Okay. Okay, I guess we'll go here.
Okay. You have spent your movement. You see Muninn like in the grass like next to you.
Okay, I do see what next. And we also heard like Muninn cry out to Illona, right? Muninn can see Illona? I missed it.
I can't on my screen, so I guess that means I can't, like, in general.
You should have been able to. Again, it's the case of an awkward invisible wall. Illona is to your southwest, west-southwest.
Ah, okay, yeah.
2 to 3 3 spaces away.
Yeah.
From your angle, maybe you should see like the corner of her token. Anyway, Muninn yelled out, "Hey!" Didn't necessarily mean that he yelled it out for you. They yelled it out for Illona.
Yeah, it was more
Right.
to the Basilisk than for Illona.
And we don't know where the Basilisk is at this point.
Somewhere to the northwest.
Like, I'm wondering if I should make like some noise as well, but I don't know if that's.
Would that be Yeah, I was going to say, would that be possible?
Yeah, of course it could be. Of course it could be.
Like, I thought like banging the shield with the spear or whatever. But I don't know if that would like make it come out. I don't think so. I don't know if that's like helpful.
I would ask, would your intention be to get it to come out or to scare it away? Because animals tend to be afraid of loud noises.
Exactly. And I don't think we want to scare it away. I mean,
I would tell you above board.
you already got scared away.
I would tell you above board, since Muninn rolled an advantage to taunt it, to like make it come to them, the Basilisk will feel inclined to come to them. That said, that can be offset by Anghel like trying to scare it away, or it can be like the urge can be amplified by Anghel also like taunting it, if that makes sense. The choice is yours if that's what you'd like to do.
And it has to be an advantage. Like, it can be like an attack for noise, right?
No, no.
Too bad. Okay. So, well, I guess then. But like, if I decide that it's like taunting him, then it will count, even though.
It would count to like making an advantage for the Basilisk being taunted. Yes.
Okay. So let's do that.
Well, how do you try to taunt it narratively?
I mean, the only way that, like, the only. Yeah, I don't know how that would count as taunting, though. Like, making this noise, you know?
Which noise? Which noise? I'm sorry.
Like banging the spear against the shield.
I can see it counting because like you're encroaching on its territory, let's say.
Okay.
It is a flashy roll.
Let's do it.
That is sufficient. Would you like to like give another charge to Muninn's taunted advantage, or would you like your own advantage?
I guess we can. If I add it to Muninn's, only Muninn can. I mean, unless I asked Muninn, like.
Yeah, as it as far as I'm concerned, it's everyone's advantage.
Okay, yeah.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, anyone.
Okay, so we'll add it 2 minutes.
Sure. Then I shall do so. That was your turn. Always Thirsty says, well, good luck, everyone. I'll be back here. And he takes several steps back.
What?
Not much
Hang
for...
on a minute.
And he's supposed to take care of a dragon? No,
yeah,
no, no.
yeah, and
What?
like he's supposed to drink stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you order him to drink something, not much he can do.
God damn.
Okay. Next is the Basilisk's turn. Irritated by your calls, it stumbles out of the bushes in front of you, Muninn, and like lets out this snarl and tries to turn you to stone. How do you defend yourself?
Oh, Muninn would. Trying to think of a clever way to do it. Muninn would, I'm just wondering, does this might be a clever, or it might be very stupid. I don't know if we established already or not. If you had to close, if like the basilisk had to look you in the eyes to turn you into stone?
We established that it was not necessary because like you found like petrified animals that were clearly not looking at where the
Oh
basilisk
yeah,
would be.
I remember. Okay. In which case, Muninn would. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Muninn would probably try to kick up some dirt or something so that there's like a cloud of like, or like maybe, yeah, there's a cloud of something. So like maybe like a cloud of dirt or like a cloud of like dust or,
That would be a flashy defense.
okay.
And like you're in a puddle, so it'll be water, but yeah.
Oh, water. Okay, perfect. My flashy's not that great, but I'll try it anyway. I feel like that's the best I can think of.
Sure.
Not good.
How do you take 7 points of damage?
Mm. How about? Yeah, I don't really have an aspect that would help with that. So I think I'd. That is savage, by the way. I think I'd have to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could I take my level 3 stress and my level 4 consequence, please?
Sure. Makes sense to me. Same thing that happened to Illona, although I don't know if you like saw from like your angle what happened to Illona, but again, this basilisk pops in front of you and stares you in the eyes with its glare. You like pushing water in front of it only like momentarily makes it blink. And as it stares you in the eyes, you feel like your limbs start growing stiff.
Oh.
And if you were to look, you'd see stony patches on your skin.
Oh my god. I for a minute I'll be like, oh, Muninn would probably cry out in pain, but again, it's so strange because obviously you don't feel the pain, at least not straight away.
Yeah, not straight away. If it does more damage to you guys, you would feel the pain, but currently it's just surface level.
Yeah.
And having successfully glared at you, it will use its remaining movement to try to dart in this direction. It's very much a very much like a hit and run predator, even though it's not super fast by itself.
Yeah.
That was its turn. Now it's Illona's turn.
I'm gonna move up here. No, I can see them. Yes, I will rejoin my pals.
That you have, yeah, that's 2 movements so far. You have 3 remaining.
Maybe if I go up here. I don't see them again, but it's fine. I know where they are.
That was double movement because you moved through some bushes. You have 1 point of movement remaining. You are currently like behind a tree. That's partly what's impeding your vision.
I don't know which direction it ran off to, so I'm thinking if I'm maybe...
You should have seen it from your, like, when you were running. Oh, technically you should have. It's 2 spaces to your left-ish. Not left, right. My bad. East.
Okay. Alright. Well... if I move 1 space to the right, can I do that?
You can, it would be double movement.
I only have 1 left, right?
Yes, I would allow you to move, but it would mean that, like, you can't, like, try to melee the basilisk, because that would be, like, reaching too far. Make sense?
Okay. I wanted to melee the basilisk, so I must stay here.
Sure. What do you do in terms of your action?
Can I, like, pick up a stone or something and throw it from here?
Yeah. It would be an awkward throw because you're angling around a tree and through bushes, but you can do it.
I'm gonna do that, yeah.
Sounds like a careful attack because you're trying to take careful aim.
Sure. Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Muninn, you see a stone fly above the basilisk, and as it like turns its head, and the basilisk gains an advantage with that throw.
Oh no.
Its advantage will be clumsy opponents, because that's what you guys are.
Oh no. It's not good throw, you guys. I'm not to tell you.
Muninn's turn while I type that in.
Muninn, I think. Okay, hang on. 1 sec, sorry. I will move my. Interesting. I'll move my icon here.
That's double movement. You have you have 2 movement remaining.
Okay. And then maybe 1 more here.
Double movement because you're going through the puddle. You should have been able to see the basilisk from your angle. I'm sorry, the freaking bugs.
It's okay. Okay. So in terms of attack, I feel like Muninn would, if they're holding a spear, they would try and aim the spear. If they're close enough to the basilisk, they'll aim the spear. Like if they're in melee range, they'll aim the spear like towards what Muninn might think is its chest. But if they're not in melee range, they'll probably
Muninn is.
They are, okay. Well, Muninn would try and like. I imagine in like Muninn's movements, like made them go towards the side of the basilisk.
You've like stepped in front of it, like it was running off towards the east, and you've like cut it off. It snarls at you.
Okay. Oh, okay, interesting. So Muninn would use their spear to probably like so they've cut off the basilisk.
Do you see it now? I moved your token slightly.
Yes, I can see it now. Perfect. So as they cut off the basilisk, Muninn like tightens their grip on their spear and sort of moves their hands towards like the end point of the spear, if that makes sense. So there's as much range as possible, and then jabs their spear sort of towards, like they're aiming towards what Muninn might consider their like heart area, chest area.
Sounds either forceful or careful. Careful because you're like taking aim at something, like a forceful or careful attack.
Yes. I was hoping for careful. So I will roll it now. Oh, not good.
The basilisk surprisingly manages to dodge, even though it's like heavy and lumbering. It dodges and like lets out a hiss. It gains another advantage with that big of a difference.
Oh no.
Angel's turn.
Yay! Okay, so I'm going to move here. Where am I? Here.
That was double movement. You have 1 point of movement remaining. You should be able to see Muninn and the basilisk from your angle.
Yeah, I see it. I see them. I mean, I don't know what else I'm saying, but okay. So let's move here. That was double movement, so this is my last movement?
Yep, that would be this would be your last movement.
Okay.
And technically this was also double movement because of the like wet terrain. So you're like rushing in, because it was double movement. You probably can't quite melee it unless you have like a ranged weapon, so like if you're throwing something or stuff like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
As you surround...
Like I thought about using the spear, but if I'm not close enough for...
Well, I can allow you to use the spear if you're like making a lunge, but I would say that if you roll badly because you're like lunging, it would mean you like trip and fall.
Wait.
Trip and fall. Okay. I think I can live with that. But what do I need to roll though?
If you're lunging, it will be a forceful attack.
Okay.
You deal 2 points of damage to the thing.
Yay!
Ooh, Anghel.
As it takes its level 2 stress. Anghel suddenly comes up behind it and suddenly surrounded it. You like clip it and hurt it. This thing is not super strong by itself. It just has this magical power that is frankly terrifying. So it takes its level 2 stress as it like lets out a yelp of pain. That was more or less your turn, Anghel, unless you'd like to do something else narratively wise.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Always thirsty, who can now see the basilisk. Basilisk says, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna go here, you guys." He goes to the south. Its turn. Let me do a roll. Okay, that's straight in the middle. That's not perfect. That's not exactly helpful for me. Like I was trying to determine what the basilisk would do, if it would like lash out or try to hit and run again. What would you guys prefer? That it try to lash out and stay in its position, or that it hit and run?
I feel like it's more advantageous for us if it stayed in its position, but I don't know if like obviously that's not very democratic, impartial. I'm not sure.
I mean, you can be partial. Like again, when I roll these fate rolls, these d20s, the higher the number, the better for you guys.
Okay.
And since this is straight in the middle, with a slightly tinted towards disadvantageous, I would like to hear your input.
Ooh. I feel like for our benefit, again, for our benefit, I would say, it would stay in the same place. But if it's slightly lower, then I would say it would hit Rimlen.
Okay. 10 is slightly lower, 11 will be slightly higher. The
Okay.
middle is like weird.
I'd probably say hit and run in that case, but I mean, don't let me like make the decision for everyone else, if you know what I mean. Like you guys chime in.
Yeah, what does everyone else think?
I don't know.
I kind of like
Why?
having it in place. It makes me feel safe.
Like, are you asking what we prefer? Or
Yeah,
what
what you guys
we-
would prefer, yeah.
Sure, let it stay in place then.
Okay.
So that's your guys' preference. Again, this is slightly disadvantageous, so it won't do that, but it won't like run away for too long, if that makes sense. So I think it will just like I'm gonna roll another dice to see like something else. Okay, that means Muninn. So it'll just like pivot around, try to like escape the encirclement, but stay fairly close and try once again to turn Muninn to stone.
Oh no.
How does Muninn defend themselves?
Maybe if Muninn has a shield, I can't remember if everyone has a shield. If it's
Yeah,
just, I
everyone
think it's
does.
just one person, isn't it? Or
No, everyone does.
everyone does. Muninn would hold up their shield then to try and break line of sight.
Sounds careful or forceful as a defense.
Okay. I'll go for careful again, although it didn't treat me very well last time. So we'll see.
4 points of damage.
Damn.
How about I'd like to spend a fate point, but then I don't know if it would be really worth it. How much did you say? 4?
4, yes.
Okay. I'll save the fate points for now. I think I'll take a level 2 stress and level 2 consequence, please.
Okay. Duly noted. Your level 2 consequence startled. Like this thing is very, very unnerving with its movement.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. We're rapidly running out of space. I don't know where to move this. Well, actually, I'll just make it slightly smaller. But while I mess around with it, Illona's turn at this point. Ashen, are you with us?
Yeah, sorry. I was just messing around with my headset. I didn't hear.
It is your turn.
It's my turn. I would like to take one step to the right. And that's the double movement, right?
It would be double movement.
The thing is, I don't see anything right now if I take a step. I don't even know where the...
You're
thing
basically going around a tree, so that's why it's double movement.
is this the square? Because I don't see the square.
You're in between the squares.
Okay. Now I don't see anything. It's all black.
Anghel, as you're like watching the basilisk, Illona stumbles into you.
No.
That was double movement. You have 3 points of movement remaining.
I will have to get out of here. I will move here.
That's difficult terrain because it's a puddle of water, so 1 point of movement.
Okay. I don't see the basilisk though.
Oh, you should be able to see it. I guess the invisible walls are annoying. It is 2 spaces to your left. You left again, fuck. Right. East.
Okay.
I said left because like of the way your character is like facing me. If that makes sense. So yeah, to Illona's left. It would be to Illona's left, but no, it's actually to her. Yeah. To your right.
Can I go here with 1 movement?
Yep. It is double movement, so you can't really melee, but you can go there, yes.
Okay.
You see it like gaze at Muninn, trying to turn them to stone as it like assumes this defensive stance. Since it was double movement, you can't quite melee it, but you can like throw something at it or like do something in range. Or like lunge at it, but you risk falling on your face.
I wanted to like throw a dagger at it.
You can do that, yes. Sounds careful or quick, I leave it up to you. Or forceful.
No, not sneaky. No.
It would not be sneaky, it sees you coming.
Then I will take quick.
Oh.
I'll use I spy to reroll.
Okay, give me a reroll.
Fuck.
That means the Basilisk gains an advantage with 3 points difference.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
You throw this dagger and like it steps aside and like lets out a hiss. It feels intimidated but still like ready to fight.
Okay.
That was Illona, Muninn's turn.
Okay. Feel like Muninn would try and circle around it. So is it looking towards?
Both
It's
of you.
looking to the north, south, east, and west. It's looking to the west, I imagine.
Yep. Towards you
Okay.
and Illona.
Okay. So Muninn would try and circle around it. So they would go 1.
Normal movement.
Normal movement. And then 2.
You have two.
And-
You have 2 remaining if you still want to move.
Okay, perfect. I think I'll leave it as far as movement. So now that they've as I don't know if this counts as they, I guess it could count narratively as so as Muninn tries to circle around this basilisk, they like scrape like the other side, like not the sharp end of their stick, but like the other end. They'll like scrape it along the ground to like to try and intimidate the basilisk,
Okay.
like narratively. And then as far as gameplay wise, they will, once they've like circled around it, they would try and go for the knees or like the feet of the basilisk and like jab at it.
Sounds like a careful attack.
Okay. Ooh.
It takes 2 points of damage again. It'll be its level 3 stress.
Okay.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
It like watches you. It like watches you as you move, and lets out this snarl. And then when it like doesn't expect it, you jab with your makeshift spear and hit it in its foot, and it lets out this of pain. You still have movement remaining if you want to move.
I might move once this way, just so that there's a little bit of distance.
Sure.
and then that'll be it.
Okay. Angel's turn.
Okay.
Do you see the basilisk from your end? I know with the invisible walls it can be annoying.
I don't see it. Should I see it?
You should have been able to see it. It's right here where I'm pinging on the map.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering where I was supposed to go. Okay, so let's go here. Is this double movement?
It would be, so you have one movement remaining.
And if I move here... how do I ping here? How do I ping?
Hold down the... Yeah, that'll be double movement, but yeah, you can do it. It's just that it'll be difficult to attack afterwards.
Okay, so let's do it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Now I see it.
Mm-hmm. It snarls at all of you like it looks very panicked because it finds itself surrounded, which, like, I guess for a wild animal it's arguably worse to be surrounded than to be wounded.
Okay, and now can I, like you said, it would be hard to attack?
Basically you'd have to like lunge because you're not very quick, so yeah, it's a bit difficult to you.
Like we did before, basically, with the spear.
Yep. Sounds like a forceful attack.
Okay.
Tie means you get an advantage.
Ooh. So, maybe we'll call it grazed.
Sure. Sure. That was your turn. Not Basilisk, it's Anghel, sorry. Okay. On Always Firsty's turn, seeing the thing cornered and panicked, you'll say, "You've got this, my prince," and he'll move backwards. Basilisk's turn. Basilisk's turn.
Can I just say, I meant grazed with a G.
Oh,
but...
okay. Duly noted. I will make the adjustment. My bad. Okay. On the basilisk's turn. How much can it move? Oh, that's how far it can move. Yeah, I think in its panic it would run towards the east, yeah? 2, 3, 4, and seeing a target in its gaze, it will try to turn Always Thirsty to stone.
No!
Dude. So much for running away.
Oh shit, he's screwed.
Yeah, that's enough to petrify him and take him out of the fight.
Out of everything? Did you just lose him?
He already like has his level 4 and 6 consequences.
That's true.
So it's 10 damage and he has 8 hit points. So
Wow.
Always Thirsty is now petrified.
Forever?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh no!
So, he's been like walking backwards, like keeping an eye out on you guys, and he sees this thing rushing him, as it like tries to run away, panicked, and try to turn him into stone, and he like tries to like shield his view with one of his like jugs of wine, but he's too startled and too slow, and he just lets out a yelp as you see him get petrified.
He really didn't. He really didn't
So
last very
much
long,
for
did
that.
he?
Nah, pretty useless.
What
Illona,
did we do all this for? All the battle.
Illona, can you give me a careful?
Yes, take it.
You feel a chill, but you're not sure why. Your turn at this point.
Okay, shit. Is this a baby basilisk?
Illona's turn.
I will move here.
Normal movement.
Here.
Normal movement.
How many do I have left?
3.
And here.
Double movement. You have 1 remaining.
I will stay here, and I will. You know what? Screw it. I'll use my stunt. Stealth kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to make a sneaky attack because this thing was focused on always thirsty, and I'll give you a +6 bonus. All right?
I'm down with that. Okay, sneaky.
Yep. So that's 5 points of damage in total. I think it'll take its level 6 consequence. What would you like to call it?
I don't know. It's too easy. I feel like something is weird.
It has hurt you guys a lot. It has a very strong attack, but also fairly weak defense.
Yeah, Illona's pretty
But
beat
like,
up.
you're not using any of your fate points, and I'm like, what is going on? What are you keeping them for? Okay.
Ooh.
So that was 5 points of damage. Yeah, actually, I'll mitigate the damage by 2.
Can I use one of our fuck, what's it called?
Bandages?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Which one?
Basilisk Kebab.
Okay. So to deal 5 damage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so once again it takes its level 6 consequence. What would it be called?
Kebabized.
Sure. Since level 6 is a pretty bad wound, you basically impale it somewhat. So yeah, good job on you. As it lets out this screech of pain. Munin's turn.
I feel like Muninn would. 1 second. Well, Muninn would need to move, obviously. So there's 1,
Normal movement.
2,
Normal movement.
and then I feel like actually they would stop there.
Okay.
And so Muninn would be like running but not sprinting towards this basilisk. And I'm trying to like I'm trying as hard as I can to think of something clever, but I can't. I got nothing. But
Illona's just impaled it, just for context's sake.
Okay. Well, I feel like as Muninn tries to like this is ridiculous. Is Illona's spear still in the basilisk?
Narratively, yes, she's still impaling it.
Okay. This could either be really sick or really stupid. So like, depending on if it succeeds or not, like Muninn would like try to like. I just keep thinking of ways it would like fail. Muninn would like run towards the basilisk, and then like jump. And if this is too like crazy, like feel free to like object. Muninn would jump, land on the stick, jump again, and then like impale the basilisk like at a higher point.
Okay.
Like, I envision this like a pogo stick.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
I mean, sounds like a flashy attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nice try.
Oh no.
Yeah, that never would have worked.
You jump on it, specifically on its head where its crown is, and you hurt yourself because you've just jumped on a sharp object.
Okay.
That's too bad.
The
Yeah, that's
basilisk
pretty-
gains another advantage. It looks pissed.
Yeah.
Anghel?
4 advantages, Jesus. Okay. Ooh, I'm very far away. Problem. If I like don't make it to a spot near the basilisk, I can attack.
With,
At all?
by like throwing something. You can attack by like throwing something, like something at range.
Okay. And if I throw something, will it count as a forceful attack?
Yes, but since Illona and Muninn are like in the path between you and the basilisk, you also risk hitting them.
If I get a bad roll.
Yep.
Okay. You guys, I hope you survive. Okay, so
The like Shrek Lord Farquaad thing. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
okay, so I moved a lot, but tell me if that's
that
okay.
was too much because one of the spots was double movement.
Damn it. Okay, so here. Oh, I'm not even a little close. Here is fine.
It is fine, yes.
Sorry.
No
Okay,
worries.
so I guess I try to throw a rock at it or something. Something.
Yep, sounds like a forceful attack.
Please. Okay.
I'm gonna use 2 charges of clumsy opponents to negate that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Its turn. I'm gonna roll dice to see which it hates more, Illona or Muninn.
I know which one I would pick.
I mean, I could just. Okay, I guess you didn't actually attack.
You're far away and like you're behind Illona and Muninn. The basilisk barely sees you.
Okay. Fine.
That roll meant
I mean, not that I'm complaining. But...
that roll means Muninn. So Muninn, it glares at you as it tries to petrify you.
I feel like Muninn would. It seems like more of an attack.
It is an attack.
Sorry, what I was about to say
Oh,
seemed
go
like
ahead.
more of an attack than a defense. Could Muninn try and swipe at the? Could Muninn? So Muninn, in their defense, would probably try and like swipe their spear at the basilisk so that they would like look away in pain, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's a defense doesn't mean you guys can't narratively do something offensive. It's just that
Okay.
it won't deal damage. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So what you're doing sounds like a forceful defense.
Yes. Yeah, my forceful isn't too bad. I will do so. Okay.
9 points of damage.
um,
No.
I think I can't have that happen.
Okay, you have
So-
like 3 advantages
Yeah.
of your own.
Could I use? Could I use hyped up to mitigate that?
Sure.
I don't know if I should re-roll. I think that was like a lower roll than I could have gotten statistically.
Do you mind if I like delete hyped up altogether to make some space?
Not at all. Go for it.
Okay.
I'll try and because the thing is, I can always use like what they called? I keep forgetting an aspect.
Advantage aspect. Okay.
Yeah. So I will re-roll my forceful. There it is. Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
6 points of damage.
So I'm just looking at my stats and everything. So currently I have let me have a look. Currently my level 2 and 3 stress is used, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my level 4 and 6 consequence is used.
Level 4 and 2.
4 and 2, okay. So level 5 would be
6.
Right.
Consequences go 2, 4, and 6.
Right. So the 5 points of damage would be
6 points.
6 points, yeah.
Maybe you should use another advantage or something.
Yeah.
I mean, even if Muninn does, like, if Muninn takes 4 points of damage, they still have no choice except to take the level 6 consequence.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the amount of... Yeah, I'd have to use a lot to get it down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just use my level 6 consequence then.
Okay. It glares at you, and because level 6s are supposed to be like something very severe, your left arm, you can't really move it anymore.
No.
Oh my
The
god.
left arm is the one that he
Pinky.
lost the pinky.
Yeah, that's why I picked
Oh.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine
At
if I
least
lost the
that.
whole thing?
Well, maybe you can like turn it into an advantage, just like hammer fist, you know? Just
Yeah.
You have a petrified left arm. As for its movement, Illona, can I get a force throw from you? Because it's gonna try to like wrench itself free from your spear.
oh well.
Oh no.
It does so successfully, so it will be able to run away. How much movement?
Damn it.
It's gonna go here, 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 and here. Like running in a panic.
Ah. So far away.
Rocky.
Illona's turn.
Rock.
Okay. Here,
One movement,
here,
2 movement.
here. I don't see it. Invisible ball.
Uh,
Wait. So, okay.
Yeah, you are in bushes. It's double movement, but you are close enough to melee it if you'd like.
Awesome. That is what I'll do very sneakily because I'm in bushes.
Okay.
Also, yeah, okay.
You do. Okay. Can it take? I'm gonna use a charge of clumsy opponents to mitigate that to 1.
I want to use his Kebab iced.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use the other charge of clumsy opponents to mitigate it.
Can I use Basilisk Kebab again? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can. But I will use one of my fate points to mitigate it.
Nice.
Should I use one of my fate points? That's probably a really bad idea. No, I will not.
You can maybe use my like Angel's advantage, but
Which one is that?
grazed
Is that okay by you?
by me. Yes.
Okay, then I will do so. Graced.
Duly noted. But I will use your level 4 consequence. You find that it's like a bit awkward to move.
Okay.
You still damage it, like 1 point of damage.
I used a lot for that 1 point of damage though.
Well, it
Win is a win.
allows me to take 1 point of stress instead of a consequence. So, yeah, that's why I insisted so much upon it. Okay, that was Illona's turn. Muninn, you feel like you can't allow yourself to like be seen by this basilisk again. You're on death's door almost.
Yeah, okay. I feel like Muninn would probably excuse me. Muninn would probably the best that they would do as far as combat would try and if it's too far away, then they probably wouldn't do that. So let me know. But they'd probably try and like throw their spear at the basilisk as like a last ditch effort to like deal damage to it.
Muninn may do that, yes.
Okay. What would that be as far as
Forceful or careful.
Okay.
Does Muninn get any closer, or?
Muninn would. I feel like they would have to. So they would move this way.
That's double movement.
And that one.
That's normal movement.
Okay. How many more do I have? Do I have like 2, did you say?
So you spent 3, you have 1 left.
1 left. I'll do 1 more here. If that's allowed.
That is allowed, but you risk hitting Illona. Because she is in between you and the basilisk.
True. Is it too late to change where I move?
Sure, you can undo it, sure.
Okay. I'll move here. I was here before, wasn't I?
Yep.
In which case I'll move here.
Okay.
And Muninn, 1 arm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would take more time to take the shot, so I'll roll careful.
Okay.
And there it is. Not great, but
It manages to dodge aside with that roll.
horrible. Actually, I'll tell you what. Could I use, because it's only 1 off? Could I use an aspect?
Of course.
I feel like. I was reading Anghel's sheet then. 1 second. Keen eyesight. I feel like keen eyesight would help. Yeah.
Yep, it would. Sure.
Cool. And then I'll use it to +2 the attack.
Then I'll use your level 2 consequence to mitigate it.
Oh. Okay. So would it go down by?
So now you deal no damage, basically.
Oh, okay. Could I interject that some way, or?
You can spend more if you'd like.
Okay.
You do have the taunted advantage, by the way. That helps.
I've got what? Sorry.
The taunted advantage, you have 2. If you
Yes.
want. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Could I use 1 taunted advantage, please?
Sure. But can you justify it to me? Like, how does the fact that the basilisk feels taunted by you help you get the shot in?
It would be a bit of a reach. I feel like because it's taunted, it would pay more attention to whoever it's attacking. So this is okay. There's two ways that I could think about it. Either it's so taunted and pissed off that it's paying too much attention to who it's attacking, i.e. Illona, if I'm not mistaken. So it wouldn't necessarily see the spear coming.
Okay. Sure. That makes sense to me. So you're using it to improve your roll?
Yes, please.
I will use your level 4 consequence, because at this point, since the Basilisk is very wounded, taking damage would be very, very bad.
Yes. But as far as it's okay with everyone else, could I use the last charge of Taunted, basically for the same reason?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Sure, but I'll use...
How damaged is the Basilisk? Like, what's left?
It's lost all its stress, and it has taken its level 6 consequence.
Okay.
2 and 4 left.
So it needs 2 and 4.
2 and 4,
4, yeah.
yes.
Or we need a 2 and 4, I guess.
Yep. I'll use your level 6 consequence to mitigate your other taunted thing.
Okay. I don't know if there is. I was gonna say, is there one that I could use if it's okay with everyone else? But I don't know if there is like one.
There is the shield, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think there's a way I can twist that. And I feel like that's more of a defensive like advantage anyway.
I mean, it's related to the fact that you have the wooden shield, which can be interpreted in whichever way you'd like.
Yeah.
You also have your fate points if you want to spend them.
Yeah, I think I will. But as far as which one? So it's a bit of a stretch, but it could work. So if I could use an aspect, so a fate point, I'd like to use is very skilled with knives, or daggers rather. I feel like because they're skilled with daggers, that in some sense means that they're at least somewhat skilled in like weapons in general.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I'm on your guys' side, so like I want you guys to win, but daggers and throwing spears are entirely different things.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's okay. Because I really want to deal with this point of damage or whatever. How about instead? To be honest, I don't know if there is anything else I can use.
You use Keen Eyesight already?
Yeah, I have. I think I've already used it once. Annoyingly, I feel like there's nothing I can use. There's nothing else I can use. Which, I don't know if that makes it a waste whatever, but...
Have you used your Keen Eyesight? I know you used it for a different rope. I don't think you used it for this one.
I don't think you used it for this one either.
Did I not?
No, you didn't. You didn't, because...
I didn't.
Yeah. You would have...
Oh, okay.
You would have spent the fate point, and you have not.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect then. I don't. I'm hesitant because I don't want to like cheat and be like, "Oh yeah, I totally have." When I haven't when I already have, you know. But if I definitely haven't, then yes, I would like to use that.
You definitely haven't. Sure.
Okay, good.
And I'll use my last fate point to mitigate the damage.
Okay.
Technically, you guys can compel the Basilisk now and I'd be obligated to accept. You just don't know any of its aspects.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I don't know if this will work. And it would have to like suit the aspect as well. Could I use the stunt mid like right now or not really?
You can, yes.
Okay. So one of my stunts is learn a player's aspect, or not a player aspect. It's like like it can be a player and NPC. I can't remember the exact wording. Learn someone's aspect once per and you can do that once per game.
Yep.
I'd like to learn.
It has a high concept, a trouble, and 2 tertiaries.
Okay. I think the trouble would be a good idea if everyone else agrees, because I feel like the high concept. I could be wrong, but then the high concept would be it's a basilisk.
Sure, but again, learning the aspect does not get you a free invoke on it. You just learn it.
Okay. I feel like that's still good.
A compel is an invoke.
Yeah, you have to spend a fate point to compel an aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously, because then you get it. Yeah. Makes sense.
So after I learn it, I can't compel it.
You can, yes.
Someone else.
You can, yes.
Oh, I can.
Compels
With a
can
fate-
happen.
with a fate
Compels
point.
can. Yep, with a fate point, compels can happen at any point.
Okay. Well, I'd like to learn the basilisk's trouble, please.
Its trouble is maybe not particularly helpful to you guys at this point. Trail of Stone. Basically, it's easy to track because everywhere it goes, it can't help itself but petrify anything in sight.
Yeah.
We knew that already.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can now compel it, and I'd be obligated to accept, like, the fact that basically it can't help itself but petrify anything in sight, and that it leaves this obvious trail.
Fine, screw you.
Yeah. Can it petrify non-living things?
You have
Or maybe it doesn't need to. Sorry, if what was the answer to that anyway?
you've like what's non-living that you've encountered? Like trees are living, but you've never seen a petrified tree.
Sure. I feel like the answer to that would be no in that case. So in specifically,
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask, would it? It would. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. I was gonna say, would it be able to petrify a spear hurling towards it? I feel like could I invoke or not invoke it? What's the word? Could I encourage it or compel it? That was it. Could I compel it to use its trouble? It cannot. It can't do anything but help itself to turn things to stone.
Okay.
So maybe when it sees this thing out the corner of its eye hurling towards it, it would try to like stare at it to like turn it to stone, but it's the spear, so it's like basically turning towards its like towards its doom, you know, like does that make sense? Or like
Yeah, the way I'd sort of interpret it, and feel free to disagree, is you're compelling the basilisk to like basically skip its next attack because it will try to petrify the spear.
that could work. I was also
Or it can be that it like it's a bit too late now that it defends itself with like careful or forceful instead of quick.
yeah, if it's too late now for that one, then fair enough. Yeah, maybe because in my head I was thinking, oh well, it will try to petrify the spear, but then it'll end up getting itself like hit, right? But then if that's not how it would work gameplay wise, then maybe yes, like it would skip its turn because it tries to defend itself from something that isn't us, maybe?
I mean, that's very good for us.
Yeah, that is still good. I feel like I'd be willing to like not deal any damage to it if it meant that we could have a turn where it just basically doesn't do anything. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, but then Teeironor like gets your fate point.
It's like a fate point, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do get Munin's fate point, yes, but it would mean the Basilisk would skip its next attack, and it is right next to two people who are pretty much set to die in one hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. If
it's too bad the Anghel is so far behind.
yeah. So yeah, I'd like to do that if that's all right.
It is all right, and obviously I will accept your compel. So basically, at this point, with like the various points we spent on the dice, your attack would not hit, but like the spear would land close enough, startling it, that it like reflexively will try to petrify it and not petrify something on its next turn.
Yes. Awesome.
Splendid.
Okay. Angel's turn.
Okay, 3 movements. Let's go.
And be aware, okay, that is 1 movement, but the spot below you would be double movement.
Really double. 5. Okay. Should I go? Huh? Like, will it matter if I go here? Is that also double movement, by the way?
It is not.
Okay. Cool.
You have 1 more movement remaining.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not sure what the Basilisk is, but if I go here...
You may. Funnily enough, like, you guys haven't been, like, communicating in character very much, but technically any one of you could say, the Basilisk's over here. Well, except Anghel, I guess.
Yeah.
So... Wait, so they can tell me where it is?
They can, but you can't really see it from where you are, so like even if you know it, you wouldn't really be able to hit it unless like you nail a very lucky shot.
Okay. So that's too bad. So I guess I can't do anything.
I mean, you can. It's just that it would be very difficult.
And you could probably hit us.
And I don't like. We've joked about it, but I don't think Illona or Muninn actually informed Anghel the Basilisk's over here.
Yeah.
They can
That's
if they
true.
want. They can if they want to. Talking is a free action, but they haven't yet.
Okay.
I don't think Illona would like even realize that they're so split up and everything. She's just laser focused on the Basilisk right now.
I feel like Muninn would. Like, would they realize, like, I'm basically not in the fight anymore, and Anghel, I'm not sure where Anghel is. Or rather, Anghel is...
You and Anghel would be able to see each other.
Yeah. I feel like Muninn would have the time to realize, oh, Anghel has no idea where the Basilisk is, and then just shouts at Anghel, like, it's over here!
You can also ping on the map to show Anghel where it is.
Okay. It's basically Show&Tell if you're looking. It's over here.
Mm-hmm. Here. Okay. Okay, well, what? I mean, if I get a bad roll, Illona will get hit?
Quite possibly. She is in the way between you and the Basilisk.
And a bad roll is like 0 and below?
It would depend what stat you're rolling.
Okay.
I would consider a bad roll to be like 2 minuses under the average.
Mm-hmm.
So like say if you have a stat that's +2, a roll of 0 or below would be bad.
Mm-hmm. And if it's a +4, then below 2 is bad?
Yep. 2 or below,
Yikes.
yes.
And if I hit Illona, she's out of the game.
Illona can take 6 more points of damage. So she's not quite out yet, but she's not doing very well either.
Oh my god. Should I try it? I don't know.
I guess you could always use fate points to add
Right.
2 if it fucks up.
Right. Okay. So let's try. So I mean, I don't want to throw. I don't want. I mean, I don't think Anghel will throw his spear away though. Cause then what? So stone again.
But I just
Sure.
sorry, I have a question.
Hmm?
It's like the throw is really, really hard to get right.
It would be very difficult. Not
Okay.
impossible, but very difficult.
Can you tell? Can you tell me the difficulty, or is that not allowed?
Basically, I'd roll a better stat of the basilisks to defend, and I'll also give it like a +1 bonus from the quote-unquote terrain assisting it.
Damn.
Oh shit. That is bad. Like it might not even give us anything.
Yeah.
So, oh, can I move instead of doing anything? Or
Yeah, you can double move, yes.
so that means that 3 more movements?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. That is double movement because you're moving through foliage. So you have 1 more movement
Just
remaining.
have 1 more.
Okay. The basilisk is hidden behind some bushes from your point of view. That's why you can't see it.
Okay.
So that was Angel's turn. Basilisk's turn, because always thirsty is kaput. It will try to petrify the spear in a panic, and probably like not even stopping to see if it succeeds or not. It's gonna book it. Probably 1, 2. Angel now sees it 3 and 4.
Hi, dude. It's looking for you.
It runs away. Illona?
I could not see which direction it ran off to. Would I know that?
Yes, you would. It went through some bushes, that's why you can't see it. But you know it has gone towards the west.
Okay. I'll try to move.
Okay.
Wait, where's the... Here? 1?
That's double because you're moving through bushes, so you have 3 movement remaining.
Okay. Here.
That's 1 point of movement.
And here.
Yep. 1 point of movement also, so you're now in range of it again, as it's fleeing from you guys.
I would like to empathize, like, that it's fleeing, so I will do sneaky, so it's not really, like, seeing me coming here, you know?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I have anything to mitigate that? Not sufficiently. Okay, so that's 3 points of damage.
Whee!
That would be its level 4 consequence. Do you have a name for it?
All I can think of is kebab, so not really. Help.
On the run. I don't know. Is that okay?
It can be, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's just like one word in my head that's like on repeat. Kebab. Kebab.
That was Illona's turn. Muninn now.
Okay, Muninn would be on a defensive, I think. They as far as I know, they don't have any other weapons other than maybe their daggers.
Your daggers,
So,
yes.
yeah. Could I look around to see where Always Thirsty is on the map?
You
Because-
you already know because you saw him earlier, and he hasn't moved. He is over here. Do you see where I'm
Okay.
pinging?
Yeah, I can see. Muninn would probably run towards Always Thirsty to see if they can do anything about that. Because they can't like risk rejoining the fight. So I will move one here.
That's double movement, but you can reach Always Thirsty. You have 2 movement remaining.
Okay.
As to whether you can do something for him, give me a clever.
Okay. Ooh.
Let me check. Not to your knowledge. Doesn't mean that there isn't something you like. It doesn't mean that there isn't like a cure for him. It's just that you don't know it. Probably at least at the moment you don't know it.
Okay.
Imagine like being really, really thirsty and just turned into stone and still being thirsty. That would
Ah.
suck.
Forever thirsty.
Big thirsty.
I am big thirsty. Poor guy. I feel like that's all I will do.
Okay, Anghel.
Okay, let's move. Here.
Normal movement.
Okay, and here.
Also normal movement.
Yay. Okay, now I can attack
If you want to.
with a spear. I stab it with a spear. Yeah.
Sure.
Forceful, right?
It would, yes. Sorry.
Huh? No. Okay.
It also rolled very badly.
Thankfully.
I do have to spend my fate point because otherwise the basilisk would be out of the fight.
Okay. Then I will spend my fate point. Wait, I need to check though.
You also have your it's level 4 consequence.
Oh, okay, let's do that. I don't feel like looking up aspects. Let's
Sure.
do that on the run.
Sure
Yeah.
thing. So how do you dispatch this thing?
Stabby stab. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
knock the crown off his head. Ha. I don't know.
Yeah. You run up and stab it through. It lets out this last gargle of pain before it collapses dead.
Awesome.
Well done.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
Illona would, if you could, reach to pick up the crown.
You may.
Alright.
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
You may, but it's not a crown that actually fits on your head. Look, judged by its size, it's more of a bracelet for you.
A bracelet.
Oh wow.
I'll put it on.
I mean, there are like these really, really small crowns that they just fit like on top of their head. Like you could,
Illona could if she wants to.
I would put it
but it will fall if you move too fast or anything at all.
I just like become super slow all of a sudden, like trying to balance it.
Sure.
No, but I'll put it around my arm and I'll just like keep it.
Keepsake.
Sure. So, is it a good spot to end today's session?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
victory. Sure.
Victory indeed. You guys were very close to... Well, actually, Muninn already got a very severe consequence from it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace. Was it the left arm? Rest
Yep.
in peace, left arm.
And
The
Anghel
left-
wasn't hurt at all. I feel like it's a theme. It happens to all.
Not only wasn't Anghel hurt, he got the final blow.
Yes, again. Okay.
Okay.
He just like lets the other two do all the dirty stuff, and he's just like, you know, he just takes the glory afterwards.
More or less. But glory it is indeed. Thoughts on today's session?
It was really fun. I love this like grid that you could like place your tokens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it
abstract
was fun,
mission.
for sure.
It was grand.
I'm glad you did. Again, apologies for the fact that it's very, very buggy in Roll20. Unfortunately, that's just the way Roll20 is.
I kind of make it more like entertaining because like it was really scary not seeing it. Like you knew it was close, but you
Right.
didn't see it. It's like
Right.
ah.
For sure.
I agree it fit for this occasion because the train also meant that the Basilisk could be very hit and run. We'll see if we'll do this in the future. Again, I'm not very happy with the fact that the map was very buggy with the vision. Like there were certain things you guys should have seen, for instance, and you didn't. But it is what it is. It's
I mean, we saw. I mean, I don't know if we were supposed to or not. We saw some glimpses of what even.
like it's not like what you saw you were supposed to see, but there was also more stuff that you should have seen
Okay.
rather.
Yeah.
And there was also this part where Illona felt a chill.
She
She
did.
didn't know why.
Yep. And
I
I
think the
guess
Basilisk, but I don't think it was.
something we'll explore in the future, maybe.
Oh no, that was when I was afraid it had a mother or something that was going to kill us. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see at the end of the day. But congratulations, you have defeated the Basilisk. And Show&Tell, you were saying, "Oh, it's so easy," but you were saying that because you were the only one who didn't get hurt. Illona and Muninn almost died.
No, but at the time, it's true that you didn't use anything. You didn't use fate points. You didn't use advantages, and you were like piling them up. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I was afraid that there was going to be a twist, and someone else was going to show up, and I don't know. And you were saving your things for that. I don't know what.
It's a fair assumption. And I don't blame you for it.
This is yet another situation where Anghel is like become the hero of the story. by the way, I just realized.
Oh god.
Always Thirsty is not going to believe this. if he ever wakes up, that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big if.
So much for him.
Yeah.
So much for all the water that Illona drinks.
Yeah. I guess the first thing we'll open up next session is Illona really needing to go to the bathroom. I don't know.
Aggressive pee. Bring it back.
Good for her for holding it in for so long. I don't know.
Yeah.
This was a battle,
Yeah.
I'm also impressed.
Yeah. We'll see. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Eat your vegetables.
Yeah. Drink water.
Okay. Well, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. Let's have these lovely people talk about themselves as usual. The dice have decided that Princess Charming should go ahead first, aka Ashen. I think, your character has accumulated the most nicknames, false names.
Yeah, what was the one from the ogre again?
If it's so disadvantageous for you to tell us.
That one, yes. I like that
Yeah.
one. Yes. Okay. I'm Ash, and other than this, I paint stuff and have like a little art channel on my Instagram. where if you like art of any kind, digital, classic, you could check me out there. And I'll also do commissions sometimes. So if you have something you want to get drawn, like a D&D portrait or something, you know where to go.
Mm-hmm. And I would highly recommend her stuff. Thank you very much, Ashen. Next, according to the dice, we would have Show and Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes. So I'm Show&Tell, and I have a YouTube channel in which I react to anime and also stream every week. I try to. I also have another YouTube channel of reactions that are not anime, but it's only just starting. So yeah, a little bit, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that.
Sure. Thank you very much, Show and Tell. You check her out. And then we would have Deli. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. Hello everyone, I'm Deli, and outside of these sessions I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. Currently not streaming really at the moment, kind of on a mini hiatus. There's a lot that I need to be doing in the real world. Like university and work is stressful. But eventually I'll be announcing a debut for my new model, so stay tuned for that.
Yep. Stay tuned for that and do check Deli out. Thank you as well. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and also do another series that's been going on for a longer while that we just hit our 2-year anniversary with, so do check that out, I guess.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Yay!
Congrats.
But other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We will probably be back next week. I'll keep you all posted on Twitter, I guess. Maybe. I haven't made any other alternative accounts yet, if like the schedule gets derailed for whatever reason. But yeah, we will see you all in our next episode. Goodbye, everybody.